Artificial intelligence is officially overhyped. I'm Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic, and let's dive in. Now, it has been for a while. I mean, I'm not going to deny this. AI, I think, has been overhyped for a bit, but I think it's official because there was some news that I just read today that it has me shaking my head here. But here's what's going on. If you didn't know, Japanese manufacturer of toilets known as Toto, and I've seen a Toto toilet before, basically, they are now seeing investor excitement surge because of their connection to the AI semiconductor supply chain. Now, to be fair, Toto is famous for luxury toilets, bidets, all that kind of stuff, but investors have increasingly become interested in its advanced ceramics business, which produces components in semiconductor manufacturing. So, as AI infrastructure spending is just exploding through the rails, we've all talked about data centers, that side of Toto's businesses has basically become a major profit driver and also helped push the company's valuation on the stock market much higher. And to be clear, Toto is not building AI models. I mean, it's not competing against like an OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, take your pick, et cetera, et cetera. What it's doing is it's making highly specialized ceramic components used in chip manufacturing equipment. So investors are increasingly treating Toto and other companies that are kind of similar to what Toto is doing. Basically, all of them are connected to the AI supply chain. And so they're becoming beneficiaries of this hype that artificial intelligence has, even when they're like totally removed from artificial intelligence itself. But think about this, because we've reached a point where a literal toilet company can see its stock surge because investors think that it's essentially an AI company in some way, shape, or form, or secretly an AI company or whatever. And so I do think that the hype for artificial intelligence has gone too far now officially. And let me break this down for you, just a couple of different points here. If you're a longtime listener or follower, you know my audio's off, I'm traveling, et cetera. But the two top points I really wanted to talk about, and there are more, is that investors are increasingly buying basically the word AI rather than the business itself. Right? Many companies basically are now seeing their stock prices surge simply by establishing a connection, even an indirect connection to artificial intelligence. So a company that makes semiconductor components may be a real beneficiary of essentially this AI bubble that has been growing for some time now. And so here's the thing, because when investors begin essentially revaluating businesses primarily because they're adjacent to AI, rather than because of their actual earnings and cash flow, that is a huge, huge problem because speculation really starts to replace the actual hard analysis that you should do on the viability of an organization. I mean, at some point, every company becomes an AI company if the definition gets broad enough. I'm running an AI company because we use AI and we protect companies against AI, or we can use AI to protect companies against other AI, et cetera. You get what I'm saying here? And so the next point I want to make is that I think this proves we're getting much closer to this massive bubble bursting. And if you think about it, I think we're getting there because historically, bubbles do feature a period where investors search for every possible way, no matter how distant, to basically participate in the trend of whatever that bubble is. So during the dot-com era, I mean, how many companies added .com to their name just because, boom, they started getting investors, right? And so now companies are increasingly being described as AI players, even when AI represents only a portion, if at best, of their business stories, right? So that's a huge thing. And researchers studying AI markets have also noted evidence of localized bubble dynamics and investor exuberance around AI-related assets. That's according to Forbes. That was almost a copy and paste into my notes there, right? But there were a few other reasons that I could think of. I'm not going to get into it because, again, I've got bad audio and video, but it's clear. I think it's rather clear. The AI revolution is real. I'm not disputing that. But when toilet manufacturers start getting rebranded as AI companies, it's seriously worth asking whether investors are still following the technology or whether they're following the hype. And I think that's essentially where we're at right now. We're following the hype. And if you look at the overarching trend of the stock market, it's like 8 AI companies propping up the entire thing. If that supply chain, that circular supply chain, I've talked about this before, fails, it's just going to crash. This is a huge problem. Or if China does something like blockade Taiwan, it's all going to crash. So we'll see where this goes. But quite frankly, Toto toilets might be great. Their ceramics division might be great, but Toto may have just signaled the beginning of the bubble burst. Definitely the overhype. And either way, I'm not a fan. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please, 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 never stay private, informed, and secure. Take care.